Hi everyone, welcome to the second portion of the Adams Health Network Laboratory Onboarding Media Lab tutorial for the BS to MedTech program. If you are a participant of the MedTech Onboarding program and you're searching for your Media Lab tutorial, you can find that located within this page here. The second portion of this tutorial is going to show you how to use the MediaLab application. I'll show you where your assignments will be located, how to access those assignments, how to complete those assignments, and other tips and tricks that may be helpful to you throughout this program regarding the MediaLab website. The page that you see on your screen is once again the Laboratory Onboarding landing page. You can access MediaLab through this page here via this link, or if you prefer, you can just type MediaLab into the search bar on whatever internet browser you're using. For convenience, I just use this because it's linked right there. So if I click that, it will take me directly to this MediaLab login page. Once you access this page, you'll type in your username and password. And you'll be taken to a page titled My Courses. This page lists all of the assignments that you'll need to complete within the MediaLab website for the laboratory onboarding program. At the beginning of this program, you will be assigned all of the required MediaLab courses and exams that you'll have to complete for the Adams Health Network laboratory onboarding program. To show you what that looks like, I have assigned myself all of the courses and exams similar to what you will be assigned. So if we scroll through here, you'll see that there are a bunch of these courses and then some exams that you'll need to complete as well. And this is what it'll look like for you as well. So to get you comfortable with this page, we're just going to first take a look over here at this table. First, we've got our course name and title located within this column here. We have the date it was assigned. Once you complete a course, you'll also have the date it was completed. I have not completed any of these courses, so there's no date there. You'll have a due date, and for the purpose of this video, I just set this due date way in advance. This tab here is going to tell you if you've started the content, so it'll tell you what page you're on, and I'll show you that in a little bit. And then it'll also tell you what question you're on with the exam if you've started that. Unlike the laboratory onboarding SharePoint site, MediaLab does not allow me to group courses together. So if we take a look at this page here again, you can see that I've grouped all of these module items together. So within the immunology, we have all of our immunology things, and MediaLab doesn't allow me to do that for their courses or any courses that I create. So if we take a look at chemistry, I'll show you how to access those even if they're not in the correct order. So as you can see, you're not going to start out with this course. You will not start out taking this course. It's listed in alphabetical order. So if we go to chemistry here, we can either view our requirements down here with the virtual training list, or if we prefer, we can click here on the module checklist. And if I scroll down, I can see that at some point I'm going to need to complete the cardiac biomarkers training in MediaLab. So I will click back to MediaLab, and again, there's no designated chemistry tab. So in order to find that, I can either go down here and view it alphabetically, or I can search. And so if I click that, I can begin course. If I click here, I can begin the course here as well. So I'm going to clear that, and then I'm going to go back here to the general laboratory practices and procedures, because that's the first thing that's the first module that you will complete. I'm going to click on our module checklist. I'm going to scroll down to the very first MediaLab training that we'll need to complete. So I see here that the first thing that we'll need to complete is the HIPAA privacy and security rules training in MediaLab. I'm going to click back to the My Courses page, and I'm going to type that in to the search bar. Once it comes up, I'm going to click this here, and this is just going to give you an overview of what you will be required to complete. We'll have your objectives, how many content pages you'll have in that course. You'll have a content outline, and then you'll have some exam information. So to start that course, I'm going to click this button here. You'll do this for every course. You'll click Start Course, and it'll take you directly to this page, and then you'll once again click Start Course. If you prefer, you can view a PDF version of this, but it's much easier to view it online, especially with the graded, the ungraded practice questions. In the previous video, we saw something similar to this with our just quick little overview. I'm going to go a little more in depth about these courses now. So first we have our course instructions. It's going to tell you that you can proceed through the course by clicking on the arrows in the upper right or text links on the lower left of the page. So I can either click to the next page here or click to the next page here. I can monitor my progress with the table of contents, which is right here, and I'll show you that in a little bit. If I click on it now, it just is the content outline a little more broken down. And just keep in mind that your progress will be saved automatically as you proceed through the course. You can continue from where you left off, even if you use a different computer once you've exited the course. Again, there are practice questions that are not graded. These are just knowledge assessment questions to make sure that you are comprehending what you're learning within the course. As I progress through the beginning of this course, we'll have some more information about the course that tells us about the authors, the level of instruction, the intended audience. We also have some objectives, which are similar to the module objectives that I have created for the BS to MedTech program. So upon completion of the course, you should be able to do these things. And then we jump right into content. So for the content, we have some information that we'll need to read on this side, and then we'll have a little picture, an infographic, a graph itself, anything else that will help you comprehend the information. If I continue to the next page, we have this again, some information that we'll need to read, a picture to help us comprehend that information. Exact same with this page. It's the exact same with this page. If I click one more page over, we have an ungraded practice question. This is what I talked about earlier, where I said that these are going to help us comprehend the information and make sure that we're focusing on the information that's being presented. So you'll have to select either the best single answer, or you'll choose of the following, choose what answers are correct or what answers are not correct, similar to an exam. Again, these are ungraded, so if you get it wrong, it's no big deal. Just go back and reread that information so you can understand it better. So I'm going to go ahead and click the correct answer here. If I click OK, and it's the correct answer, it will say you answered the question correctly, and it'll highlight the answer with green because it's correct. If you answered it incorrectly, so let's say I said that the only thing that is not considered protected health information are my laboratory test results. If I would click that instead, and I submitted it, it would say you answered the question incorrectly. This would be in red, this would be a red X, and then this would be red and highlighted because it's wrong. Whether you answer the question correctly or incorrectly, you'll have some feedback down here, and it's just helpful to read through that, especially if you answered the question incorrectly. That way you don't have to go back to the page that this is examined more in depth. The question is examined more in depth if you feel comfortable after reading this feedback. If not, it's always a good idea to go back to that page and review that information some more. I won't go through this whole course with you, But I will show you that you'll have a couple practice questions in a row. And then I do want to jump here back to our table of contents. I mentioned that I'll discuss that a little bit more. So as you can see, we've had some changes since the first time that we viewed it. We have gone through page 1, 2, 3, and 4. Additionally, we've gone through the question number 5, which was that first ungraded practice question. So once you view a page, it turns purple. See down here, we haven't viewed what is the HIPAA privacy rule page. And so that's blue. I can click on that, and now I have viewed it. If I go to my table of contents, I can see down here that it's turned purple. Keep in mind that these are links, so if I want to jump back to this page talking about what HIPAA is, I can do that through that table of contents. I don't have to use these back and next pages to reach that. As you can see, I went through all of these content pages in order to show you what the exam looks like at the end. You cannot take the exam until you have completed and at least viewed all of the pages within this course. I do think that it would be helpful if, rather than just viewing them as I did, which was clicking on them and moving on, you read through them. That way you can earn a decent score on the exam and pass the course. I want to show you first, but before I show you the exam, if we hit this exit button, we're taken back to this My Courses page. Our HIPAA Privacy and Security Rules course that we were just doing has now moved to the top. It's got a little green signal over here that lets us know that we are in the middle of this course. Our content has been changed to complete, which is because I went through and viewed all of those pages. And then our exam has changed to question 1, so that means we are on question 1 for the exam. If I am done working with the virtual training for today, and I move more into the departmental training, I can always come back and click continue course the next day to access that again. So once you've completed this course, you can click this review for the content if you prefer, or you can click the exam. I am going to go back here. We have our exam instructions. I'll let you read through these instructions on your own. But for now, I'll just show you an example of a couple of exam questions. So this first question, we are told that more than one answer is correct, and we're supposed to correct all answers. So I will go through and take this exam off camera. That way you can see what the final result is, what the final grade is, how you view those grades, etc. So quickly, I do want to show you before I continue that on all of the graded questions, it'll be the exact same as the practice questions. You'll be told right then and there if you answered the question correctly or incorrectly, and then you'll receive some feedback. Okay, so I have gone through and completed the exam, all 15 questions, which it tells you over here how many questions you have. I keep in mind that I didn't read through each of the pages within this course, and this still only took me about 2 minutes to complete. So it's not like these exams or these courses are lengthy. It's just all based on your ability to manage your time and get things done. So if I continue to the next page, it will tell me my score. So I got an 87%. I answered 13 out of 15 questions correctly, and then it tells me that I have completed this assignment successfully. You can fill out this survey. You don't have to, it's not required. And then I can click skip and go directly to the certificate. I'm not sure if your manager or your supervisor will have you print these in order to see that you've completed these, or if they'll just view online. But if you do need to print this to make sure that you completed this, that they know that you completed this, you can click print certificate. I'm going to go back here quickly and show you that this has changed from a light green to a dark green to let me know I have finished the course in its entirety. I can either review the content or view the certificate if I need to after completing the course. And you can see that this has now been highlighted to green as well with my exam score. I am going to stop this portion of the tutorial. There will be a part 3, so tune into that. Thank you so much.